The Stodel sisters were raised by their parents to have a deep appreciation of their relationship with the world around them. Taking these lessons into adulthood, Roushanna Gray has made a career from foraging and education, and Safia Tucker has built a business working with ethically sourced leather.
Ilundi is a handcrafted leather bag company. We cherish age-old techniques and traditional ways of making things. We don't use any machines. Our hands are the machines. Each product can take up to 3 hours to make. And what sets us apart from our competitors is that we offer hand-painted customizations on every product. We use only locally and ethically sourced materials, mainly leather. And this is very important to us because it empowers and feeds the local economy and local businesses, and it has a great impact on the social environment and our natural environment. This is our locally and ethically sourced leather. So all of the hides that we source are tanned within South African tanneries, and they are all a byproduct of the meat industry. So essentially, we are using a product that would ultimately be destroyed or discarded, and there are no harsh chemicals used in the tanning processes. Once we've selected the leather, we use these dies for our small products, and we click them out in our presser machine. And once the products are clicked out, then it's super easy to put together, hand stitched using the slit guides. Once the product has been cut out with the die cutter, it's all stitched by hand. Hand stitching creates a product that is much more superior and longer lasting. Love and care is taken into consideration in every step. So I studied fine art first, and one of my majors was sculpture, and that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with leather. And then I stumbled upon leather craft, and I taught myself entirely. With this new range, it's really great to be able to express myself creatively in this way, something that I haven't done in such a long time. And it's such a joy to walk into the studio and to know that I can just do this for the whole day. This is our new range. We've utilized soft pastels, pinks, pistachio, and light blues, invoking the feeling of spring and new beginnings. This is the mini purse. And next, I've created a soft sling. So we use vegetable tanned leather for the strap, entirely hand-stitched. Very simple, timeless, and classic. All of the designs are done by hand-painted, and they are inspired by time on my sister's farm and time in nature.
Heading out to the Good Hope Gardens nursery in Cape Point, we meet Safia's sister, Roushanna Gray, founder of wild foraging venue, Veld and Sea.
At Veld and Sea, we offer wild food foraging workshops that run according to season, as well as educational events that focus on nature, self-sustainability, and arts and crafts. What we aim to inspire here at Veld and Sea is to foster a connection to the natural world through creativity and education, using food as a tool for education. This is our cultivated wild herb garden, and it's just a great example of how one can utilize wild flavor, namely fernbus aromatics, medicinal and edible, in a really sustainable way. The importance of sustainability, specifically looking at harvesting plants from the wild, is there needs to be another season for yourself, for the pollinators, and for the plant to regenerate. So it's very, very important. And the beauty of working in this way is that you really come to understand the full picture and the ecological cycles behind these plants. These weeds that grow all over the world are the best because you can actually look online and you can find all kinds of recipes. This is mallow. You can make really nice chips with these. You can use these in place of dolmada leaves. Makes a nice pesto. This is Carpobrotus edulis, or sour figs. They're one of South Africa's best known wild fruits. and they have these beautiful yellow or pink flowers, depending on where you are. After these flower petals kind of fall away, then the base of it over here starts to develop into a really delicious fruit. The beauty of buku is that there are so many different species of buku, and you actually have to be a proper specialist in order to identify what species they are. When you do use buku, there's also a specific time to harvest them, which is in winter time, especially in Cape Town here with our winter rainfall. So delicious. But if you come back here in summertime, harvesting from the fynbos is not sustainable in summertime, because even if it's in your garden, because they are really holding onto all of their essential oils in summer. And if you come past here and you pick the same little sprig of buku, it's really not going to smell like much. So there really is a season for flavor with buku. This is my edible flower garden. So all of these flowers that are planted here in the garden are edible, and they form an edible color palette for our food art creations at Velds and Seas workshops. So I've got lots to work with here. My artist kit is full. So let's get to work and see what we can create. Cheers! Nice to have you.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. This is the Inista kombucha made with botanicals from here.
Wow.
This is how we make a edible flower spring roll with real beautiful edible flowers that we've just picked in the garden. We're going to use rice paper wrappers. You have to soak it in water for a little bit, just so it becomes nice and pliable like this. You pop it down on your board. And so the main thing that you must remember when you are putting the flowers down on here is to do like a reverse system. So you can't put them at the top, because when you roll it, that's what you're going to see is the back over there. So you want to put them down backwards. So for instance, if I use this pansy, I'm not going to place it down like that with the top facing me. I'm going to place it the other way around. And then the placement of this is in the very middle here, in a little rectangle.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, you can add whatever ingredients you like. Once you've got all of your ingredients in, then you can start to roll. And it's as simple as folding the top and the bottom, and then you roll it from the right side, and then you continue rolling. So you're just securing this into a nice, neat little package. A little bit of sesame seeds on top to make it look gorgeous. It's ready. Look at that. My relationship with Safia is very inspired. I'm very inspired by the work that she does. Yeah, the amazing creations that she comes up with. I'm really grateful to have an amazingly talented sister like her.
I feel so blessed to have you as a sister. And I'm always inspired by everything you do. Just the amazing amount of knowledge that you have and you impart and you share with everybody. Yeah, we're also lucky.
So we use flower crowns at the start of all of our flower workshops. It adds such a lovely celebratory air, and we use a non-wire form. So everything here is made out of plants, and then guests bring in their own flowers, and we harvest flowers sustainably from our gardens and from the mountainside to be included in this fantastic celebratory crown. Because as soon as you pop a crown on anybody's head, they immediately become a goddess.
Sisters Roushanna Gray and Safia Tucker remind us of the abundance our natural world has to offer, and how important it is to look after and cherish Mother Nature, and to protect its sustainability.
Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.